18-14 Janesville Craig over Milwaukee Tech. Recapping quickly the day so far. Oostburg in Division III beat Ladysmith 77-58. Oostburg with 4 players in double figures. Joel Dykstra with 18. Auburndale double overtime 66-56 over Dodgeville. And in Division I, Milwaukee King beat West Bend East 67-35. You know, you can relive all the thrills and excitement of this or any other game in the 1995 Boys and Girls State Tournament by ordering your own official 1995 WIAA tournament video. Cost is only $17.99 and we'll ship the video straight to your door. Call today for video memories to last a lifetime. We're going to see some Janesville Craig defense. You know, Bob Suter said nobody thinks Janesville Craig plays defense, but here's a prime example of that.
That's a great comment, Jay, because we always hear about the Craig offense and the fast break offense. Here's a team that moves the ball up and down the floor, and they're giving up 54 points a game. That's great defense.
Of course, Craig has had so many great scorers through the years. You think of Jeff Regas and the Jackson brothers, and now Zellmer this year. And
don't forget Rod Lagerman.
I forgot Rob Logterman. Sorry about that. And I'm sure there's a few others we haven't mentioned either, but I'll tell you, Janesville Craig always seems to have somebody who could come at any game and come back with 30, 35 points on you. Dillon driving lane, no. Rebound, Brown, look at the big guy.
Brown did a nice job by just staying there and playing big.
Eric Brown's first 2. It's now 20-14. Here comes the double team, and a foul as Nichols got the arm of Jameis Powell. Second personal line. Number 22, Ben Nichols. 4th team foul.
Jay, this is a big possession for Milwaukee Tech because you're at 6, and as a coach, it's kind of one of those break points where Tech needs a basket right now to keep this thing right where they want it.
Jameis Powell, number 12. 32 is Dan Brandenburg. Will Davis. Will Davis was the 9th player in an 8-man rotation last year, but he kept working hard and kept paying attention. I'll tell you, he's been a big factor for them this year.
That's nice when a senior can come in and after having paid his dues and have some success.
We're halfway through the second quarter. It's 20-16 Janesville Craig, and a violation. Ball goes to Milwaukee Tech. Here comes Paul Zellmer back in, number 14 for Janesville Craig.
Tech has had some success getting the ball inside. They're down 4, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them try to establish that inside game a little bit more.
Don Kerr, how many points does Torrey McEwens have so far for Tech? 3 points, all free throws. That's pretty odd for halfway through the second quarter. Now Ray Perrine back in for Milwaukee Tech. And Brandenburg goes to the bench for the Trojans. I remember Ray Perrine, the player for UW Milwaukee. That's Ray's brother. And his dad's also named Ray, but they all spell it differently. But if you call their home and say, is Ray there? Montrell Ross with a beautiful left-handed move.
Montrell Ross is an excellent guard. He's done a lot of nice things out here today.
Eric Meyer all the way. Foul Milwaukee Tech. Now there you see Eric Meyer going hard at the hoop. Perrine gets the foul.
We're going to see a nice move by Eric Meyer all the way to the basket to draw the foul. I think that's one of the changes in basketball now, Jay. Over the last 10 years, the dribble penetration has become so important to your offense.
So Meyer to the free throw line. 21-18. Janesville Craig has led most of the way. Meyer hits 2. 4-point lead for the Cougars now. 3:25 left. There's McEwens. Rebound to Dougal. Now Ben Nichols has it. Looking for Nielsen, but nobody there but Montrell Ross. He'll pull up over 3 defenders and hit it.
Montrell Ross has been doing it all right now.
He averages 7 points a game. He has 8 today already, and we're not to halftime. Now here's Zellmer. Meyer. Nice feed to Dougal. Pumps once. Missed the shot. Rebound. Will Davis. Milwaukee Tech can tie with a basket. Eric Brown ready to check back in for Janesville Craig at the next whistle. But here's Montrell Ross.
He's going to draw the foul.
It'll go on number 24, Eric Meyer. Joining Brown back in the Craig lineup is number 10, Brian Dillon.
Right now, I think the tempo in this game has swung over to Tech. And I think the tempo favors Tech. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Janesville try to, maybe a little trapping and try to pick up the tempo.
Jameis Powell triggers the play. And they kick it outside to Montrell Ross. 2:20 left. First half, 22-20, Janesville Craig. Ross beats Perrine. Dribble drive, score.
Beautiful move on the inside. And the one thing Tech's doing against that zone is getting a man in the middle, and they're getting the ball to him.
Ray Perrine's first 2 of the game, and a steal. Montrell Ross now in the hands of McEwens. McEwens with a spin and score. Wow. Tech now back in front. First lead since 9-8. Zellmer to Brown at the high post. Now Zellmer. Kicks it back out to Nichols. 3-pointer. No. Rebound, Ray Perrine.
One thing Tech's been doing, one and done. Janesville Craig's been getting one shot, and they've been clearing the boards.
Here's Montrell Ross handling. Minute 10 left first half. Davis tries it again. And McEwens comes away with it for Tech. Now here's Montrell Ross. Feeding Powell. Rebound Powell. Pump once. Left hand. Yes.
That second effort by Powell that time made the difference.
Now Tech's lead is 4. But there's Brown inside. Basket. Eric Brown. Don't turn your head too much. You'll miss a lot. Near steal. There it is, a steal. Nichols knocked it loose. Gets it back. Feeds Dillon. We're tied.
Thing about Janesville Craig, they can score so quick on you.
Now McEwens is double teamed, in a bit of trouble, but gets it to Powell. Final seconds, second quarter. Here's Ross. Dishes nicely to Powell. And that's the first half. And what a first half it was. The 80th annual Wisconsin Boys State Basketball Tournament will return after this message from our statewide sponsor, Rural Insurance. This is your WIAA Network Station.
Pride. Dedication. They're not just words to the young men and women who make it to the WIAA playoffs. Whether it's football or boys or girls basketball, these young people show us what it means to be champions. At the Rural Insurance Companies, we're proud to sponsor the WIAA Sportsmanship Awards. It's the one honor that embodies the ideal that it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Wraparound pass to Kulwicki. A Rainbow J. Bingo! Carried along the base. Eyes up the target, hits it. 30 more to his already huge total.
Hey, now you can score even more great savings at Pick and Save with the new Advantage Plus
Curry
card.
looks over the competition, drives the lane, goes up high, and scores.
Just ask for your free card and look for extra savings throughout the
Youngster
store.
hands it off to Jenkins. Checks once, checks twice, the give and go.
Pick and Save's free Advantage Plus card. Now you can score big savings, too.
The jam! Count it.
Jay Wilson and Jerry Pettigrew from the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse in Madison. We're at halftime, Division I. Milwaukee Tech leading Janesville Craig 28-26. Well, Craig had the lead for most of that first half, but Tech came on at the end to take a 2-point advantage, and you really like the play of Montrell Ross of Tech in that first half.
Montrell Ross, he's been penetrating, he's been hitting the open man, and the one thing that I'm sure Bob Suter's a little bit concerned about, I think this is Tech's tempo. I think they like this kind of a slow tempo, and they like to keep this game. If they can keep this game into the 50s, 60s, they're looking pretty good.
Of course, the first time again they played, Tech won that one 48-46. So this one smells about the same as we head to halftime now. Let's go to the other side to Ken Syke.
Well, Jay, when you're involved, it seems like it's going to be a close game no matter who the teams are. Right now, we'd like to step over to a different sport and give you highlights of the Division I individual wrestling finals held here at the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse in Madison. That was 3 weeks ago. Our Scott Emmerich has the story.
A wave of returning champions broke over the UW Fieldhouse for the 1995 wrestling tournament. And in one match, two waves broke over the same mat, Division I. At 145, Rhinelander's Pete Miller, he won in 94 at 130, and Burlington's Mike Kramer, the 140-pound champ a year ago. Miller came in with a better record, 40-0, and he goes out with this year's title, dominating Kramer and winning 12-2, his second consecutive championship.
I was pretty calm going into the finals. I'd been there last year, and I knew what to expect, and it was just another match that had to be taken care of.
But Miller was not alone in repeating. Last year's 152 champ Kettle Moraine Jr. Eric Zwick wins this year at 160. He beats Matt Zock of Lakeland 14-6. Zwick, just a junior, already thinking three-peat.
I was hoping to win 4, but kind of messed up my freshman year, so I'm going to make the best out of the 3 that I had left. So one more chance.
3's not too shabby, though.
No, not too bad.
Whitnell senior John Zielinski also going for 2 in a row in 95, but Fort Atkinson's Kevin Dunnington had other ideas. He takes Zielinski down twice. That equals the amount Zielinski was taken down during the entire season. But John scores 3 takedowns and wins the match 12-9. The rest of the champions at 103, River Falls' Kevin Black finishes off an undefeated season. Hamilton's Doug Summers wins the 119 crown with a 10-3 victory. The tryout of Cuba City, Benton, and Southwest produced the 125-pound champ, Matt Olson. Shane Cole of Delavan Darien Wisconsin School of the Deaf wins the 130-pound championship. And at 135, it's Bayport's Jay Van Lanen. The Fighting Goslings' Glenn Perro goes 41-0 and wins the 140-pound title. At 152, Sparta's Troy Lietzau takes home the gold. Dean Berna of Pulaski wins at 171. And the 189-pound champ, Ryan Gottsager from Sheboygan North. And we save the best for last. The heavyweights. Undefeated Ryan Peterson of Reedsburg against Nate Gallagher of Stoughton. Tied at 6 with 30 seconds to go. Peterson finds enough energy to turn Gallagher and turn the tide. Ryan wins 9-6.
I didn't think it'd be that close a match going into that third period. I was hoping it wasn't going to be anyways. And he gave me a run for my money, and I knew I'd have to work some magic in the end there.
We're at halftime of the Milwaukee Tech Janesville Craig game, with Tech leading it by a score of 28-26. Now the winner of this game will play tomorrow night in Division I semifinal. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Earlier today, with Deonte Flanoro scoring 21 points, the Generals of Milwaukee King, top rated, defeated West Bend East rather handily, 67-35. The winners today will meet at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Then tonight, 2 more games for you quarterfinals in Division I. Anago and Appleton East, both with 18-5 records, play. And then following that, Watertown and Wisconsin Rapids, 18-6 are the records and 21-3. And the winners of those 2 games will square off in the Division I semifinal tomorrow night at about 8:45. And earlier today, in case you weren't with us, Oostburg and Auburndale advanced to the Division III final. That'll be on Saturday night at 6:30. Now we're all set to go back cross court to Jay and Jerry for highlights and first half statistics.
All right, Ken, thanks a lot. And Jerry, I guess, you know, Tech is happy to be in front by 2, 28-26, but their big gun, Torrey McEwens, really hasn't gotten going yet. So that's another positive for the Trojans.
No, that's true. And I think that lad, the one basket that he did make there, it kind of took a 10-ton weight off his back. He seemed like he loosened up a little bit, but that's a good observation. But I think it's very important. I look for Janesville Craig to come out and really quicken the pace here the second half. I think they want to get this up-tempo.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights of that very exciting first half. 28-26 Milwaukee Tech. We start with some great passing by Tech. Ross to Brandenburg to Perrine to Powell. But Janesville Craig, I tell you, give this Paul Zellmer an inch. He'll nail him from just about anywhere.
Good reversal of the basketball, and he's a good 2 feet behind the three-point line.
But Milwaukee Tech, very tough. Montrell Ross, he'll hit a little floater here. A big first half for him.
This was probably one of the best moves of the first half, Jay, right there by Montrell Ross.
And Will Davis, number 4 for Milwaukee Tech, hit a big shot at the end of the first quarter to give him the lead, and he'll hit another one here off the pass from Brandenburg. And Janesville Craig, they got a little up-tempo game going as Brown got ahead of the field for the layup. But here's the play just before the half that gave Milwaukee Tech the lead, and a beautiful play it is.
Yeah, watch him penetrate the middle, a no-look pass, and Powell puts it in.
And that basket makes it 28-26 Milwaukee Tech as we approach the start of the third quarter. Your leading scorers: Dougal with 8, Zellmer with 6, Ross with 8 for Milwaukee Tech, and Davis, that should be 7 points for Will Davis at halftime. First half stats. Look at the free throws. That's a big plus for Janesville Craig, but inside Tech is dominating.
That's and usually you're going to have to get some points in the inside.
All right, 28-26. Tech leads. The third quarter just ahead. We'll return to the UW Fieldhouse in just a moment for more basketball after these messages from our statewide sponsors, the Marshfield Clinic and the Wisconsin Technical College System. This is your WIAA Network Station.
A passion for learning. Excellence in education. Pride in sharing the rewards of accomplishment. That's why we established the Marshfield Clinic Science Award, presented to the students and teachers of each championship school. Winning at life, it's how you play the game.
I'm Dr. Bill Hocking. At Marshfield Clinic, we're proud to sponsor the Science Award, presenting championship high schools throughout Wisconsin with $1,000 grants for scientific equipment and programs. But our commitment to academic excellence doesn't end there. Marshfield Clinic has developed an extensive curriculum of educational programs. We believe in giving something back to the students, teachers, and healthcare providers of Wisconsin, because without knowledge, there is no science.
For the first chair alto sax who knows the fastest growing job areas are those requiring a technical education. For the president of the Science Club who knows tomorrow's technical careers provide higher pay, challenge, and advancement. For the captain of the track team who knows that over 90% of Wisconsin Technical College students find jobs right after graduation. The decision is simple. The answer is technical. Call the Wisconsin Technical College in your area today.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse in Madison. Jay Wilson and Jerry Pettigrew set for the third quarter. Milwaukee Tech with a 28-26 lead at halftime, and you see one of the windows open. The air is not moving terribly quickly through here, even though the windows are open. It's pretty stuffy in here.
Jay, it doesn't feel like a state tournament unless there's some snow. And,
Maybe that's what was flying through the air there when we saw that shot. Free throws, we touched on them in the first half, Jerry. Janesville Craig 10 of 10. And certainly one of the strengths of their team, and they got into the bonus pretty early in that half, and I think Tech has to stay, not only do they have to stay out of foul trouble, they have to keep Craig off the line.
Janesville shoots over 70%, and that could be an Achilles heel for Tech, where they shoot 57% for the year, and we'll have to watch that closely as the game progresses.
And Tech shoots only 57% from the line as a team, but Win Parkinson says they've been inconsistent, but I'll tell you, they've had in a lot of games in the fourth quarter. They've shot the ball pretty well from the free throw line. So statistics there might be a little misleading.
That's true.
Ray Perrine rebounds the miss, and Milwaukee Tech gets its first possession of the second half with a 2-point advantage. Ray Perrine driving in the lane. 2 of 2 from the field for Ray Perrine. He has 4 points. That's the lead for Tech. There's Nichols. Nichols wants the ball, but Zellmer tries a 3. Rebound, Dillon. Now Nichols gets an open 3. That misses. And a big rebound there. Wow, that was Ray Perrine going in the air. Now he needs some help. Oh, and finally flashes it out to Jameis Powell. Powell will slow it up for just a moment. Now he'll find Brandenburg along the baseline. Stopped there by Dougal. Knocked out of bounds by Nichols.
Craig's had some good looks at the basket, Jay, but the shots aren't falling.
Number 50, Jason Elliott, is in for Janesville Craig. His first appearance of the day. Montrell Ross back in for Milwaukee Tech. As well as 34, Torrey McEwens. McEwens comes out firing. And a foul over the back on Will Davis. His third.
The Milwaukee Tech foul is on number 4, Will Davis. His third, the team's first.
You can hear Coach Suter over here saying that he wants to get somebody on the baseline to attack Milwaukee Tech's zone.
Zellmer driving. And a foul on Tech. And it's on number 10, Montrell Ross. So, some early fouls for Tech once again. Second team foul in Milwaukee Tech. We played a minute and a half of the third quarter. Here comes Ryan Mahalik.
We've got Zellmer taking the ball out of bounds, so let's watch for him either coming up or going into the corners.
Zellmer's number 14. Craig will stack it. Now a discussion between one of the officials and Win Parkinson.
Please, would a facility technician please close the doors and/or windows on the west side
now,
of the field house.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to get the windows closed.
I think there's a light on the floor that's bothering the shooters, especially in this corner.
Okay, now we're ready to go. Brian Dougal feeds the post to Jason Elliott. Tries a spin move, taken away by Tech. They try the outlet to Mahalik. Mahalik will put it up and score it. 32-26 Tech. Now Craig turns it over again. Powell is ahead of the field. Lay it home.
Well, I think Janesville Craig's going to need a timeout.
Milwaukee Tech is charged. 34-26. 6:02 left. Third quarter. We'll have more action from the 80th Annual Boys Basketball State Tournament after these messages from our statewide sponsors, Cenex, Land O'Lakes, and the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. This is your WIAA Network Station.
We all know that ethanol is good for the environment, but what can it do for your vehicles? Cenex ethanol blended fuels contain a natural de-icer to help prevent gas line freeze by eliminating moisture year-round. And Cenex ethanol blended fuels contain detergent additives to keep fuel injectors and carburetors clean. So get the performance you expect from your vehicles with ethanol blended fuels.
You and me and Cenex Land O'Lakes are partners we can trust.
Come to the islands at your local Cenex Land O'Lakes Cooperative.
Several more local area As in earlier incidents, the Cougars bear the now infamous slogan, "Milk, it does a body good." No witnesses were reported.
Tech has opened up an 8-point lead in Janesville Craig. Coach Bob Suter made it very clear to his team he wants them to pick up the intensity.
That's exactly right. Good timeout by Janesville Craig. Some people may wonder why a timeout, but you try to change the momentum, Jay.
There you see Tech turning turnovers into points. Wild shot there by Zellmer, and it goes to Tech again. Ray Perrine has it, and now gets it to Montrell Ross. Tech with the basketball and a 34-26 lead. Spin move there by Ross.
Ross has done everything today but sell popcorn.
The day is still young. He might do that too. 10-point lead, Milwaukee Tech. They feed it to Elliott. Before the shot, a foul. It'll go on 44, Ray Perrine.
I really like that possession for Janesville Craig because they got the ball low. I think when you're 10 down, you've got to get the ball inside. No.
Well, we've been watching Montrell Ross do some great things all day long. Check this out.
It's hard to defense.
Tech has scored the last 10 points of this game and another turnover.
And the critical thing, Jay, is that Tech has been converting off those turnovers.
Let's see if they can do it again. 36-26. I tell you, Montrell Ross is making a name for himself today. He's 6 of 7 from the field, and it's Tech's basketball again. And Parkinson just has to be loving what he sees here.
Right now, basketball is a game of streaks, and obviously right now, Tech's in their streak, and Janesville Craig has got to do everything to halt this momentum.
There's Montrell Ross. Well, Parkinson said, you know, they're not just happy to be here. They want to advance. And you have that they call it the eye of the tiger in those Rocky movies, but I'll tell you, Tech has that today. There's a shot that misses, and now Craig gets the rebound. Zellmer to Dillon. Dillon, oh my. Guess who? Montrell Ross with a great defensive play. McEwen's rebound, basket, James Powell. It's a 14-point Tech lead. Nichols. Foul. Milwaukee Tech. Nichols goes to the free throw line. Wow. It was 28-26 at halftime.
Janesville Craig went almost 4 minutes without scoring. And we all go through this, Jay. And you're going to see Craig. They've got at least 1 or 2 good runs in them. This one isn't over by a long ways.
Ben Nichols rolls the first one in. That's his first point today. Don't forget, Janesville Craig is a team that averages 76 points a game. Right now they have 27 midway through the third quarter. Ross. Rebound, Dougal. Ahead to Zellmer. Missed the layup. Just didn't have his steps quite right.
And that's their style. They want to get that ball off and go.
And they've adjusted the scoreboard. It says 40-28 Milwaukee Tech. Just under 4 minutes, third quarter. James Powell. There's McEwen. Tech content to be a little more deliberate.
Win Parkinson told us he'll go either way, up tempo or slow it down, and he has today.
Ross to Mahalik. McEwen's will try 3. Long rebound to Ben Nichols, Janesville Craig, but the defense steps in front. Ray Perrine. McEwen's blocked. Dougal, and a foul. The foul is on Brian Dougal.
They're going to say that he got him with the body, the hip.
Into the lineup for Craig, number 24.
Here comes Eric Meyer in for Craig. Here comes Jason Elliott, number 50 for the Cougars. WIAA State Tournament is brought to you statewide by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 35 years. Torrey McEwen